just go in order.
Well, thank you again for being here, everyone. I am Dr. Tracy Polson. I'm the mom of 5 grown children. I am a mental health professional, a small business owner, a breast cancer survivor, and I'm the daughter of an Army veteran. Since I filed to run, my team and I have collectively knocked on over 15,000 doors. Not just Democrat doors, but our doors and NPA doors. And we have had some very powerful conversations about what people in District 15, what keeps them up at night, the sorts of issues related to education, the fact that teachers have to work 2 jobs, spend their own money on supplies for their children and food for their children that they teach, the fact that people do not have health care and are suffering from serious illnesses, and many people have talked to us about wanting to know what can be done about violence in this community. I'm a professional listener, and I have been listening diligently to them, not only in rooms like this, but in one-on-one conversations. That level of interest and focus, along with the more than 30 endorsements that I've received from local organizations, statewide organizations, officials, I think will put me in good stead when I get to Tallahassee to represent folks in District 15. I would love to have your vote. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Mr. Weiner.
Thank you. Thank you, Betsy. Once again, you've done a fantastic job with this. Tomas, thank you also for putting this on. I know it's a tremendous amount of work. You're a sole practitioner. This is fantastic. This is clearly going to become one of the must-see items for every political season from here forward. So well done to you and to all of your sponsors. I'm Wyman Duggan. I've lived in House District 15 since 1995. I've raised 3 kids here in the public schools. I want Jacksonville to be a place that they want to come back to and contribute to and make a great community. I'm running because I want to further and continue the legacy of the last 20 years that has led to an environment that's conducive to economic growth and development, small business activity, hiring, and quality education for all of our students. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Mr. Ken.
Hi, thank you again for this wonderful forum. One thing I want you to take away from this evening is the reason that I'm running is that I love Florida, but I'm also very concerned about Florida. And the reason I'm concerned is because your voices are not being heard in Tallahassee. The voices that are being heard in Tallahassee are the special interest groups. I feel that is because the current leadership has been too long in Tallahassee. Your voices are not being heard on the important issues that affect your lives, and that goes especially for the Latino community. You're not being heard on stable, well-paying jobs with benefits. You're not being heard on respect and equality in the workplace. You're not being heard on a path to skilled trade jobs that are good paying and licensed. You're not being heard on good public education, the backbone of our country for 150 years, and on affordable higher education. You're not being heard on affordable care, and you're not being heard on the difficulty in obtaining loans for small businesses. Now, this doesn't pertain just to the Latino community. If you feel a little like you're hurting, like you're a little strapped, well, that's because in light of the economic boom, real income in Florida has declined 7% in the last 7 years. So if you're feeling the pain, you're not alone. Okay, I want one more word to the Latino community. You have a lot of power. You pay $20 billion in the state of Florida in taxes every year. Even undocumented workers pay $1 billion in taxes in the state of Florida and receive no benefits. But you have a lot of power, and you have to exercise that power here starting October 22nd through November 6th. Because if you don't use it, you're going to lose it. And that would be a shame, because you deserve to be heard. I'm listening. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Audience, if I may ask you to please refrain from support or opposition for any of our candidates during this presentation. We're trying to move things along, and we want to try to give you as much time possible with the candidates. Mr. Jason.
Thank you, Betsy, and thank you again, Tomas, for pulling this forum together. My name is Jason Fisher. I'm the state representative for District 16. I was born and raised here in Jacksonville, but I come from a family of immigrants, some from Germany and some from Venezuela. That's right. Great-grandmother was escaping socialism, and she came here to this country. They came here to this country to live the American dream, and they were able to see someone like myself go off to college, first in my family to do so. And so my wife, on the immigration piece real quickly, my wife is also an immigrant. She's from Singapore, and we still chose to call Jacksonville home because we love it. And that's part of why I ran for part of why I ran for the legislature, is because our values are being challenged. Our American way of life is being challenged. You see this rise of socialism going on, and we need to combat it with conservative values. We need to combat it with free markets and free principles. And that means helping everybody from the top to the bottom find their pathway to success, whether that's through education, whether that's through cleaning up our environment, or whether that's safer streets. I'm the only candidate in this race that has the background and the credibility of standing up on these issues. And so if you want someone who will stand up for you and your family, please vote for Jason Fisher, District 16, State House of Representatives. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, candidates.
Bueno, eso es todo. Muchas gracias por estar con nosotros y espero verlos pronto en otra edición de Contigo en la Comunidad.